I'm going to secure this steek down with a whip stitch. So I folded my steek in to the wrong side, making sure that the full steek is to the wrong side. And that's my column, the last column of my steek. I'm going to hide my yarn tail. I'm just going to open this up a little bit and run my needle down. I have a sharp tapestry needle threaded with a piece of contrasting color yarn for the purpose of the video, and the weight of it is lighter than my project yarn. It's thinner than my project yarn to help reduce bulk. So I've run my needle down through to secure the tail so I don't have to weave that in later. I'm going to come up on the left side of my machine stitch. This steek was reinforced by machine stitch. You can see the little red line down the column of stitches here. I'm going to make sure that I come up on the left side of that because these stitches, this stitch here could very well unravel all the way back to my reinforcing line. So I don't want to go in there because it won't catch very well. So I'm going to start at the very bottom by coming up to the left of my machine stitch. And then I'm going to travel over to the edge of the steek and catch a float. And then I'm going to go underneath the steek, travel upwards a little bit, and come up to the left of my machine stitch. I'm going to come to the right on the body of the fabric and catch a float. Put my needle underneath the steek, folding it back to make sure it's folded properly. Travel upwards a little bit and to the left of the machine stitch. And the hardest thing of this is getting your stitches even. Alright, to the right on the body of the fabric, catch a float, go underneath the steek, travel up to the left of the machine stitch. So as you can see, I'm doing like every 2 stitches, so I'm going to try to keep it that. Go to the left of the steek, even with where my yarn came out. Go underneath the steek. Now travel up 2 stitches to the left of my machine stitch. Go back to the body of my fabric and catch a float. Go underneath the steek. Go up 2 stitches to the left of my machine stitch. Back to the body of the fabric, underneath. Go up 2 stitches underneath the steek to the left of my machine stitch. And again to the body of my fabric to catch a float. Go back underneath the steek at the very top. It's a small steek. Okay, then I can catch a little float here at the top if I want. And I'm going to hide the tail of my yarn between the 2 pieces of fabric, and I'll probably catch some little floats or something to help secure it, and then I'll bring the needle up anywhere. Make sure that it doesn't show on the front, and pull my needle through, and then trim that off. So there's a whip stitch edge.